What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online, and today I'm going to be recording the deck building as well as the first round of my Mocs Open tournament. The Mocs Open is basically a little bit like a GP. Anyone can play in that, you don't have to qualify. And then you can qualify for the Pro Tour if you get first place, I think, and you also get qualified for the Magic Online Championship. So pretty big tournament, should be interesting. And yeah, let's see what we opened. So Crackdown, very strong sometimes, but still more of a sideboard option. I like it more in sealed than in draft, but I would probably not start with it in the main. Though I think you could. Expertise is good, Stoker is good, Dockhand, I don't know. It's a little bit too slow in draft, maybe in sealed it's better. I haven't played with or against it a lot in sealed though, so I'm not entirely sure. Overall nothing too crazy or spectacular, though I would assume Angel is decent, better than it is in draft. Harpooners, medium, Cutting Brights, medium. Enforcer, not really where I want to be. Fragmentize, I guess. Yeah, white is not super exciting. Like, there's 8 cards, and among the 8 cards, there's like 5 cards I think I'm happy to main deck, and 3 medium fillers, so not looking super good. Blue seems quite shallow too. Alright. Well, there's not a ton of any color actually. I guess we have a ton of artifacts then, which is kind of good because then we can choose what we want to do a little bit more, but at first glance this pool seems pretty weak. Okay, Tudun, the Berative's pretty good, Dayong's decent, Rush is decent, Soulstrike decent, Ezborn. Okay, black is not bad, but there's no good removal in black, like, I don't know, there's no Daring Demolition, nothing that can kill big creatures, so there's no finisher either. There's a bunch of small creature with expertise, which is kind of a non-bow. It's not so exciting. Red, 2 as a chaser, that's good. Whoa, there's a bunch of bad things. Yeah, this pool is really not looking good. The Spark is playable. Like, there are enough playables most likely to, put a deck together, but it just seems quite weak overall. On the weak, and we don't really have good removal, which is pretty important in sealed. Yeah. Hopefully we have great artifacts, because it's gonna be tough otherwise. So we have a map. Not a big fan of these. I guess Waldar Automaton is pretty good. Foundry Inspector is decent. Implement is good. I mean, it's fine. At Bazaar Barge I will play. Nothing great, not a single freighter or what's the other one? The 4-mana one. Untested Express. Very weak pool overall. I'm not super happy about this pool as a whole. Seems very weak. We don't have Bombardiers and we don't have enough removal, which is exactly where you don't want to be in sealed, and we have a bunch of very weak feelers and bad common. Module is decent, but I don't think we have a ton of energy going on in any color. We have a couple double color cards, but nothing too powerful. If you have a weak pool, I think you want to be aggressive and try to make sure you can kill them before things goes bad. And I think it's pretty much the case here. Like, given what we have, the lack of Bombardier and removal, I don't think we'll be winning the late game with any deck that we could build with that pool. So I think we should aim at something pretty aggressive. Maybe I just play Motorist and Will Smith and go white-red beatdown. Yeah. I think we can dismiss green. It's probably the weakest color. Just don't have enough things, and I think cards are a little bit too weak. I think blue is also a little bit too weak. And if I play blue, I want to go for the late game card advantage and hopefully have a finisher like as a Tide Whale or I don't know, what is the other one? As a Squill, Leviathan. Well, one of the two whale basically. But yeah, blue is not looking very exciting, I think. Unfortunately, I'm not even sure we can get a good white-red aggro deck. Black is decent. Yeah, maybe. For now, I'll just put it there, but I might just end up playing black. Geez, we don't really have enough playable, even by putting everything here, including some pretty medium cards. We don't have any. Yeah, that just looks like a very medium white-red aggro deck. I mean. Yeah, Garrison is playable. Maybe I can play Breaker. Do have quite a bit of artifacts. I mean, mostly from the 2 Chaser and Servo Exhibition. Crackdown is main deckable. Don't really want to play an Enforcer, but I could. Yeah, that would be something along these lines. Or white-red aggro deck. I think I could see Crackdown being just better than Fragmentizing the main in sealed. I mean, it's pretty aggressive. We have a couple good cards, a decent curve, but this is not really where I want to be, and we really don't have a lot of removal. Like, we have Cut in the Bright. Harpooner seems very unreliable. It's not really a removal for aggressive deck either. Yeah, Spark is not really a reliable removal either. Yeah, it sounds not so good. Not so good. I mean, I think that'd be a playable white-red aggro deck. It's just not very exciting. That being said, the curve is good. We have enough creature. We have some solid 2-drops, 2 vehicles, a little bit of late game, like some powerful things to do. An eagle. Probably not the worst. It's probably better than I think it is. It just doesn't seem super exciting to me. Let's see what we can do in white-black, maybe. And one of the issues with this deck is that there's a couple really medium cards. Like Servo Exhibition is really not exciting. Alright. White-black I don't think is much more exciting. Yup, not so good. Yeah, I mean, Expertise is a good card, but this is still a pretty aggressive deck, and I don't think we really want to be there. It feels a little bit like the white-red deck, except we don't have the good aggressive 2-drop. We don't have enough creature, really. And we got some removal that's quite medium and doesn't really help us a lot. Maybe I'm gonna try black-red too. I think the curve is gonna be awful in black-red though. Way too many 2-drops. Pretty big hole at 3. I think I'd rather just be white-red aggro. Alright. The thing is that there's no color. Like, if I had a whale in blue again, or any solid type of late game in blue, I would be fine just going maybe blue-black control, hoping to... The thing is, we don't have any removal to kill big creature, really. And I don't even have enough playable in blue-black. I guess I could splash for Refiner, but that's not exactly where I want to be. Yeah, I mean, this is a deck I like to play control more than aggro in general, and especially in sealed, but we don't have a great late game. We don't have any bomb rare. We don't have great ways to finish the game at all, which I think you really need if you want to be playing control. And we don't have a Daring Demolition or anything. Like, if my opponent play Untested Express, well, either I have my malfunction or I lose. Like, I have one Rimvol. Again, I think the power level of this pool is really low, and I think this means we want to be aggressive and try to steal game before they can kill us. Because, again, whatever colors I will go for, I don't think I'll have the late game power at all. And that I will be winning if the game goes long, so yeah, not the best pool. I mean, I think the white red aggro deck is still fine. It's not exactly where I want to be, but I think if anything it's not the worst. Renegade I don't think I want to start with in the main deck, especially since I have no other energy card, but it's a good sideboard option. So let's get another look at the white red deck. And we can play two of our double colored cards, which are both quite good. I don't think there's anything I missed in the artifacts. Nope. Nope, no thanks, no thanks. We have a map. I don't think we want to try to splash for stuff, though. I don't think it's worth it. Bastion Enforcer I don't really want to play. I think I like Crackdown more than Fragmentize. This card can give you some random blowouts. And we don't have a ton of... Like our curve is pretty low, so playing a 5 mana Reinvolve instead of 1 mana that has pretty high upside potentially, I think is slightly better. This might be the deck we end up playing. Yeah, so Breaker Giant is probably something like 4 or 5 drop, Breaker probably 6-5. Curve is fine overall. It's pretty... Well, we have some... a couple of solid 2 drops, a couple of solid 3 drops. Gear Smasher gives us a little bit of reach. Stoker is good. Yeah, I'm not excited about this deck, but I think it's functional and it accomplishes a game plan basically. It wants to kill as soon as possible, but if the game goes a bit longer, we have a couple bigger creature and a little bit of solid late game potentially. But we want to be applying pressure because we don't have any Reinvolve. We don't really have a ton of Reinvolve. Whatever colors we play in. Black sure has 2 Finality, a Subtle Strike, a Die Young, and Expertise, but we are not killing anything relevant with that. Like, again, if they play a Freighter, an Untested Express, or even a good old Riparian Tiger, or a Bastion Inventor, we just cannot deal with it and we end up dying. And yeah, any Bomb Rare just gonna kill us. So I think, yeah, just having a solid, well-curved, I mean with a good curve, white-red aggressive deck is probably the best we can do with that sealed pool. And yeah, I mean the curve is quite solid. Power level is alright, though not super high. But for example, let's imagine you got the Patrol, the Spark, the Osprey, the Gear Smash, a couple of the bad cards slash very medium filler, and you had Welding Spark, a couple good things. You actually have a solid white-red deck. It's slightly underpowered, but I think in case of in case you have an underpowered seal pool, I'm pretty sure you want to be aggressive. Because I don't see us winning any type of late game against a solid control deck. So I think we'll just go with that. I'm gonna play 16 land and map. I don't think we can go down to 15, especially if we want to play Breaker, Angel, and whatnot. That might just be 8-8, yeah. Looks like straight up 8-8. Guess we have slightly more white because we have 2 double white, but they came pretty late in the game, and we wanted this amount of red for the Stoker. Yeah, so it's just gonna be, yeah, white-red aggro, 8-8 plus map. We have 17 creatures plus 2 vehicle, a decent curve again. The deck is just very light on removal, extremely light on removal, which is an issue, but this deck will probably have some decent draw. It can, you know, what I like about this deck is that if anything, it is functional, we have a game plan, and we can win. Where the blue-black deck, while it looks decent, I think has just no chance against other control deck. Since we have a lot of cheap removal, it could have been decent against aggro deck, so maybe that's something we should think about when maybe siding. If we see another aggro deck and we are on the draw, maybe we side in and go into blue-black control. I think there's something we could do here. But I think the deck I want to start with is the, you know, white-red kind of beatdown deck. Yeah. Could see Ether Torch Renegade being better than Gear Smasher. I kind of doubt it. We really don't have any other way to generate energy, and I could see this deck putting a control deck down to 4, 6, and not being able to kill them ever. Where Gear Smasher gives us a little bit of reach. So I think we're gonna jam that. I'm not super excited, but again, I think the main thing here is that this is functional, this can win, this deck does thing. It's important to have a deck that does something. Sometimes you want to build something a little bit too fancy that just doesn't do anything. And here we are doing something. I don't think this is the strongest thing you can do in sealed, but you know, we'll try to we'll try to do what we can with what we have. So that was it. That was deck building. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I see you guys for round uno.